cracking. I'm out here in the UK on the Straight Outta Compton tour, man. Much love. And you know you rocking with, man. It's Lil Easy E, and we about that online. So we finna get it cracking, man.
Peace, family. So today we want to look at something a little bit different. We're going to be exploring what is the connection between C Murder and the NWO WOLFPAC. So we're talking C Murder. We definitely want to say Free Corey Miller, better known as C Murder, part of the No Limit Records empire, TRU Records, currently incarcerated for a crime that he didn't commit. But a lot of people, this is one that's been something like a bit of an urban legend, I guess, on the internet, where there's been so much different thoughts in this, whether C Murder had anything to do with the NWO WOLFPAC. So if you haven't already, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to be updated on new content, and you can join us in the members area for exclusive updates. EW on a few occasions. They also went on to produce some music with the WWE, which you could hear on the WWE music soundtrack, WWE Aggression, with a song C Murder entitled I Won't Stop, where he rapped over Gangrel's theme music, and it was quite dope. Had a lot of other dope songs on there, including Mystical as well too. So the NWO WOLFPAC, a lot of people know, was one of the cool offshoot factions that came from the NWO, which was a cool faction itself. But the WOLFPAC was a lot, edgier, younger, that had that hip hop element of vibe. You think of Kevin Nash and those guys, Luger, coming to the ring with bandanas tied around their head like their Tupac and stuff like that, and representing that hip hop flavor. And a lot of people never forget when they debuted the NWO WOLFPAC theme. You can find some videos on it on YouTube and stuff like that. And, the theme was dope. A lot of people definitely remember the theme. But what's weird about the theme is there's a whole bunch of, credits out there attributing the song credits to C Murder. Here you see C Murder. And we do know that Jimmy Hart was involved with a lot of the music, but it's been widely credited to add C Murder. So let's see, I'm gonna show you, for instance, we type in WOLFPAC theme, C Murder. Let's say C Murder featuring Magic. Now, if you actually listen to the song, I won't play it because of copyright issues. You'll be familiar, if you're anything familiar with the sound of C Murder, you'll know that it's not C Murder. So we see, even if we go to its official Spotify release, the music of WCW, when we see the WOLFPAC theme, it's credited WWE, Jimmy Hart, Howard Hammond, C Murder. Now, there's one thing we want to look at. Maybe C Murder could have potentially written the song and had some writer's credit or something on it. So if anybody's got any light to shed on that, be sure to let us know. So we're going to actually look at the lyrics and see if this is anything that would sound C Murder-esque, because to be honest with you, I never thought anything about it at the time. I remember it was knocking, but then when you listen back to it, I guess it does somewhat have a cadence that would be not indicative of C Murder, but got that sort of flow. So it's like, WOLFPAC is back, causing mass destruction. Guess who's here? The bad boys of wrestling. Just some competition in the war destination. Not and no mercy, see the ring is like the street, and if you don't know, you better find out the WOLFPAC, all that kind of stuff. So it's like, listening to those lyrics, you're thinking, okay, even on this last verse, it says, we care about the replica, we make our own rules. You don't want to feel what it's like to be in their shoes. You see, it's just a crowd, pleasure running underneath you, a person who could be running from them soldiers. So that's kind of interesting, C Murder, the link with Soldiers No Limit. I would say, listening to the song, especially for a No Limit fan, somebody who's quite familiar with C Murder's sound and his flow, listening to it, to me, it's like, okay, that's not C Murder on the song. Now, apparently it says Jimmy Hart wrote it and they brought in a rapper to come in and do the vocals or something like that. there's some stories out there that suggest that because of certain legal issues that happened at the time with C's case, he wasn't able to do it. He probably wrote it and recorded it, and they had somebody else do it. So, but the credits out there with C, if you look this up, you will see it's credited to C Murder, whether that's as a producer or a writer. But listening to it, you can hear it's clearly not the vocalist of the song. The song's still hot. On a different note, Silk the Shocker, he went on to actually do some theme music for WWE, which was, I believe it was Shouting Benjamin's first theme, or it could have been Shouting's theme, and then it went on to be MVP's theme, which was a song entitled I'm Coming, which MVP used for quite a long period of time. So we definitely want to say peace to the WrestleBiz family too. If you haven't, be sure to check out our WrestleBiz channel for more wrestling-focused content. Shouts out to Big Swole of the No Limit Soldiers, definitely representing on the WrestleBiz side of things. Peace to C Murder. We definitely want to say free C, Corey Miller. Peace to Kevin Nash, the Wolfpac, the NWO. I was definitely a bit of a mark for those guys at that time. So, this is definitely a crazy one. If anybody's got any light to shed on this, we know that's not C Murder, but, look it up. And don't forget to show some support. Peace. I was going to ask you quickly on the No Limit, just lastly, though, about Conan and Rey Mysterio. He made the call to bring those guys? Because I think that quite historic. And Conan, he actually spoke about it once on his podcast and said that he said the No Limit Soldiers were super cool. He said, he had a blast getting involved. He said, Nash or somebody may have suggested it, but he said that at the time he didn't think that the white bookers could, book a gangster group, right, or something. So
he's right because because when I was going to Atlanta and I was meeting with WCW before we signed, it was already set that I was going to have Rey Mysterio, and Conan and Kevin Nash, Dusty Rhodes, Macho Man Randy Savage with our main, with our promoters.
They had the book at the time.
Yeah, and we just, people don't realize how big Rappers Crap was. Rappers Crap was humongous. It was so big that when we did shows down south, Kentucky, Tennessee, man, we had to get police escorts, because people everywhere you went, Rappers Crap, and it got pretty heated, from the fans. But a lot of people think that the No Limit Soldiers and West Texas rednecks didn't like each other, which is not true because we partied and ate together all the time. I was friends with Kurt Hennig, who went to the same wrestling school. I was friends with Bobby Duncan Jr. because I played against him in college. He went to the University of Texas. So it was no hate, no animosity. And I tell people to this day, they got to the point where I want to join the West Texas Redneck because it was having so much fun.
Peace, family. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and check us out on aboutthatonline.com. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook for exclusive playlists and social media for all different types of segments and content.